The views expressed in this video presentation are my opinions and not necessarily the opinions of guests and others sharing or reposting this video. The content is produced only for educational and informational purposes. Do not regard any statements in this video as a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Investing comes with risk through loss of principal. Always conduct your own research and seek guidance from a professional investment advisor. I am not a professional investment advisor. I'm Dollar Will. Let's make some money. Today, we'll talk a little bit about Bitcoin. You guys are getting the bonus today. I usually don't discuss anything other than the S&P 500 on YouTube. I pretty much saved other stuff like Bitcoin and other juicy stuff for Patreon, but I'm just feeling some kind of way today. Feel like sharing a little bit today. Let me peek over here and see if anybody is with. I guess I can't tell until I go to the YouTube site. Let me do that. Give me a second. Let me get to the YouTube, get to my own YouTube, and remember to mute the audio. I'm not on here that much, y'all. Not live, at least. Let me see. Oh, duh. Your channel. Oh, this is neat. It opens up muted. Okay. Oh, Charles Gilmore. What's up, brother? What's up? Okay. Good. Glad to have you. Glad to have you riding shotgun, So, Devin, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Devin, about that money. I usually see this name pop up whenever there's some money talking. Some money talk. Devin Liggins shows up. I'm cool with that. That's what's up. We got Akwe Aditi. Did I pronounce your name right? Akwe Aditi. Give me a yes or no. I like getting names right. I remember, but I guess my singular trip to Africa. I was looking at this African brother was telling me some Americanized name. It's like Paul or something. It was like I'm like, dude, what's your name? What's your name? Of course, it was a long name, and I was like, okay, well, I just have to work on it. I got it. I think names are important. But we're gonna kick it off a little bit on this. Like I said earlier, this is a little bonus for for the people, for the broader audience. It's gonna be a short video today about Bitcoin. I'm not gonna go long, but I'm gonna do trying to get a flurry of things done the next 2 days. I want to do this Bitcoin video, later a S&P video, because we're at a critical point. We're about to get some resolution about what's going on with the direction of the markets. It's about to become apparent. Just in short, my view is that even if we make a higher high, we're very close to doing that. Even if that happens, I don't think it in the bigger picture is significant. It doesn't technically, the charts, it doesn't indicate that we just keep going up higher from here. This decline is it's inevitable, and the fact that we have traveled pretty much sideways for a year and a half at least, that's not encouraging. So so it's starting to this, it takes a lot to turn a tide of a trend that's been going as long as it has. And we're talking about the S&P 500 and the Dow. This has been the longest or strongest bull market in the history of markets. So I hate to tell you that these were the good old days. you just experienced the best of times, and it may not have felt like it, you know. But if you guys are clocking big money on your IT jobs, well, then it feels like it for you. But it's we're at a breaking point. So I'm gonna do an S&P video, of course. Me being Dollar Will, I got to get into the U.S. dollar to show how we're right on the precipice of, or we may have even crossed it. Honestly, I haven't even looked at it today, but we were right sniffing on a resistance point. And people, as many folks know, I'm bullish the dollar, and I believe we're going significantly higher. And you will see the ill effects of that on the rest of the market, the global market, not just the U.S. market. So that's my plan for between now and, I'll go easy on myself. I say Saturday afternoon, because nothing happens on Sunday on this channel, because Sunday is National NFL holiday. So dun 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 dun. And I'm considering strongly starting a sports channel, or a sports, not a sports channel, a football channel. Let's be honest, because I am a football fanatic, and I could carry some of that conversation I'm having offline about them Cowboys and the state of football and contracts, and these jack moves the players are pulling to wrestle more money from the owners, and whether that's ethical, and how that's going to play out. I think that interests me. Okay. But let me get back to it. I can go on and on about, sidetracked about football. But let me kick this off. Okay, I should be screen sharing. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Okay. All right. Let's see. Can y'all see the screen share? Let's see. Thumbs up if you. I guess this screen. This screen. I guess maybe I should put this in a different. There you go. I need to do these lives more here. That way I can. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can see myself. Nope, it's not screen sharing. Okay. That's good to know. Cause I could do a whole video just blabbering and not. Okay. This is weird. It's not showing that it's screen sharing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's delayed. That's what's freaking me out. The delay. You think, as a former broadcast engineer, I would not be freaked out by delay. All right, so here we go with Bitcoin. And I said this was going to be a short video, and I'm just blabbering. All right, so we have there's this thing in technical analysis called continuation patterns. So prices, of course, can only move up, down, or sideways. And these sideways moves are sometimes called consolidations. And you will also hear the term continuation pattern. That's because that's usually what the sideways move usually results in a resumption of the prior trend. So, but not always. So that's, hey, it can't be color by numbers, but so that's the trick. That's the skill, determining the difference between a continuation pattern and a reversal pattern, or when that sideways movement is likely to result in a resumption of the prior trend, or which is a continuation pattern, as the name suggests, or a reversal, change of direction. All right. I have marked here this particular sideways move here is a continuation pattern. It's called a descending triangle. It's more or less flat or horizontal on the bottom, and it descends on descending on the top. There is a pattern called an ascending triangle, and that would be flat on the top and a rising bottom. And I'm going to drop these two definitions while I'm thinking of it to you guys. Okay, and I'll give you this. I'll give you everything. Hold on. Copy. That's continuation. I think I missed one. Did I do symmetrical? Okay, this particular there are many types of continuation program patterns. And this particular one that we focus on today is it's among the type called the triangle. Triangle. Okay, but in particular, ascending. So you guys can read this, all that stuff I dropped, and I'm not going to read that. I'm just going to demonstrate it. But what I'm doing here with you is pretty close to what I provide on my Patreon channel. Of course, it's more feedback and more repetition, and more you time on screen, demonstrating the stuff as well. So this is kind of what we do on Patreon. I take real price movement that's in the market going on right at the moment, and I say what's most likely to happen. I'm not right all the time. I'm right a lot. and we discuss how to mitigate the risk when when you're not right, or when to give up on that idea. So this is like in brief kind of the way I handle things on my Patreon channel. And at the top of the thread, if you're interested, at the top of the thread I have the Patreon link, and I got the good old tip jar for the PayPal. So anyway, back to this. So, and during this decline, we came upon one of these sideways moves or consolidation. You see, it looks like a triangle, and it ended up being a continuation pattern and not a reversal. So you have the bulls and the bears fighting. The bulls are saying we're going higher. The bears are saying we're going lower. And over time, the range, the trading range, the difference between the lower signal and the high signal, it gets very narrow. And actually, this is a good point for like your day trader. This is like a very good point to enter a trade. But you got to be right about the position. But it doesn't, if you do it correctly, by putting, say, a stop loss order to cover you. Let's say if you thought the price was going higher, you put a stop loss just before where you entered. If you took the position that the price was going lower, you would put a stop loss right above where you entered. And so, and since the trading range is very low, very narrow, you're not going to lose a lot of money if you're wrong, as opposed to trade betting somewhere in here where you have this very wide travel in the candlestick. So a lot of technical traders, especially day traders, you're trying to create the highest probability of being right. You're trying to beat the house. So you're trying to limit your losses. So you look for those times, like when the trading range is narrow, to reduce the damage, okay, of you being wrong, because you don't have unlimited money. You betting against the house. The house has got in this case, the market's got endless supply of money. You don't. Okay, so you need some skill, some science to help you not be the fodder. All right. So that's a way of looking at this triangle, that you see that the range is pretty much going sideways, and the trading range is narrowing, and so you're looking to get in at the narrow end of the range. Okay, and so in this particular situation, it was a continuation pattern, and of course, then the price sprang up from this bottom in December to the recent peak in June. And what do we have? Another sideways move, another triangle. This is not exactly uh, uh, horizontal, but it looks more or less like a descending triangle as well. To me, I would consider this still a descending triangle. So, you have and so we're coming upon that narrow end of the range. So we're going to get some resolution pretty soon about whether Bitcoin is going to continue higher uh, in the direction of the prior trend, and which would make this a continuation pattern, or get a reversal. Um, that's the big question. I'm of the camp that this is going to be a reversal, and we're going to continue down. And I'll admit my bias now. My bias mostly because of my view of the dollar. And this symbol is Bitcoin slash USD. So what you're measuring in this symbol is the value of Bitcoin relative to the value of the US dollar. So if the US dollar is declining, then that would translate to strength for the Bitcoin. So a dollar weakness would contribute to Bitcoin, or not distract from Bitcoin strength. And so I'm of the opinion that the dollar is about to go ballistic north. Okay. I'm not being melodramatic. I think we're going to get a ridiculous move. And I'm going to admit right now that I'm one of those weirdos that thinks that this interest rate decline is going to stop and we're going to see a hike. That's what I think, just because of the global demand for the US dollar. Demand alone is going to create the environment where money can be made by charging a premium for holding assets in the US dollar. And I believe that this is still capitalism. And where there is a way to make profit, we will make it. The market demands is so great. If you can't make money off of charging premium for the dollar when the entire world wants it, when can you? So I don't buy the whole premise that that the I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm going into my central bank stuff, but let me just say this: in my view, the central banks, they are responding to the market. They're not creating it. They're responding to it. They're responding to macroeconomic events. They're not creating them. So they're not going to have a choice. Banks need to make money too. That's what they are in business to do. But anyway, so I admit my bias about the dollar, and I'll do another video about the dollar and show you what I don't want to say the word concerns, because I'm actually happy that the dollar's going up, because I'm making money that way. But I'm definitely biased about this, and the dollar's going to make such a strong move that I can't see Bitcoin rising in the midst of that. So the question for me that I wonder about Bitcoin, we're going to have a retest of this low, in my opinion. Now, whether we go lower than this point, that's what I'm not sure about. That's the part I'm not sure about. But that we will have a break of what we would call this low would be support, I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. So I'm an Elliott wave theory trader, and in Elliott wave theory, retraces or corrections or pullbacks, all those names people use. These retraces move in an ABC pattern. Okay, and to my reading of this chart, this is A, this is B, and then we got a C wave, which would come lower than this. Now, that's according to my interpretation or application of Elliott wave theory on this chart. Also supporting this wave count, this ABC wave count, is the oscillator, stochastic oscillator, which is over bought here, dropped to the oversold area, found the low, oversold area, found the low, rose to the overbought area again without making a new high. So this whole decline, just looking at it on the stochastic chart, is the A wave. The recovery is the B wave. We have a C wave. And we also have what's called divergence. That's when momentum is going one direction, but price is not in sync with the momentum. So price is going sideways, but momentum is going down. Now that state of divergence can persist for a long time, but eventually, ultimately, price does follow the momentum. It's going to catch up at some point, and we're looking at a weekly chart. So this is not a daily. So this is a good stretch of time. And looking out even further on the monthly, we have the A. If I'm going to count the wave with the stochastic oscillator, we have A wave, a B wave, and I'm of the opinion that this is going to flip. It hasn't yet, but I believe it's going to flip, and we're going to get the C wave, and we're going to go lower. So in terms of Elliott wave theory, we would go below this point, okay? But I'm going to put a little pause in my game in case I'm wrong. So you always got to, check yourself. I don't want to drink my own juice, but I am biased in favor of us making a low below this point. But I'm going to check myself as we go. So when this thing breaks lower, as long as it keeps making lower lows, I'm rocking with it. And, I believe it will. But hey, I reserve the right to change my mind. That's the thing about technical analysis. We don't really care one way or the other if the price goes up or down. We're trying to make a call, and as the data comes in to show us what the market is actually doing, we respond to how the money is actually flowing. Okay, so all of the theories about what should happen, technical analysis doesn't care about should, and we don't care about why the price went up or down. We don't care. We just look and see the way the money is flowing, and we join in with the trend, because as the saying goes, the trend is your friend until the end. And that's pretty much all I got for this video. I'm gonna check the chat, see if anybody's still rocking with me. Wait a minute, what happened to my daggone? Oh, here it is. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Devin said he sees it. Okay. All right. All right. So who do I got rocking with me? Any questions about anything you saw in the chat? From the chat? Guess not. All right, family. Peace.